National experiment is beginning north of the U.S. border as Canada becomes only the second nation in the world to legalize recreational marijuana after Uruguay. But some Americans are concerned that the U.S. is missing out on big money by not following suit.
And Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon agrees, issuing a statement that reads in part, quote, "Now that our neighbor to the north is opening its legal cannabis market, the longer we delay, the longer we miss out on a potentially significant economic opportunity for Oregon and other states across the country. Currently, 9 U.S. states and Washington, D.C. legalized use of recreational pot, while more than 30 have approved medical marijuana, with California being America's largest legal market. Even so, marijuana remains illegal under U.S. federal law.
Which means you can't use the banking system in the United States for any money having to do with marijuana, which makes it a cash business, which causes all sorts of problems. In Canada, that's not a problem. Let's go to Stephanie Gosk, who's live in a lineup in Montreal. Are you any closer to the front, or have you stepped out?
I actually stepped out, Ali, to give you a sense of just how long this line is. You can see behind me, it is stretching probably 2 or 3 city blocks. And now I'm just going to walk a little bit to give you an idea. The people who are already up here have already waited about 2 hours. They definitely have another couple hours to go before they're going to get to the front of the line. You know, this is actually a physical embodiment of those profits and that money that you were talking about the United States losing out on right here on the streets in Canada. One of the reasons, though, that this line is as long as it is that there aren't really that many stores opening up today in Canada. There is a website that people are using to buy marijuana. But here in Quebec, just one of 10 provinces and 3 territories in the country, there are 10 stores. British Columbia just has 1. Ottawa, the province, has none. So people that are there have to go onto the website. You know, some say that actually this rollout is sort of as understated as the Canadians themselves. By the way, I'm still walking. We've gotten to the corner of the street and we're going to make this turn. It's a little dicey because there are lots of people. I'm going to ask my cameraman Ronnie if you could just pan down the street and show. You can see that flag for the province hanging there. That's actually the front of the store.
Wow.
Guys?
That's amazing. Now, look, from an economic perspective, what's the advantage to Canada doing this? How important is this to Canada's economy?
Well, you're talking about roughly $8 billion to the Canadian economy, but there's also this other promise, and that other promise is the potential that perhaps a legal market opens up in the United States. Let's say the United States years down the road decides to legalize it nationally. Well, you have these companies that are staking out their claim in the market that would be able to come in, and there's actually an historic example of this. During Prohibition in the U.S. in the 1920s, there were Canadian alcohol companies, because it was legal in this country, like Seagram's, that were able to kind of corner the market. They're still huge brands in the alcohol business as a result of it. So that's definitely something that you're going to hear a lot of marijuana industry leaders in the U.S. talk about. Guys?
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
All right, Stephanie Gosk in Montreal for us. You know, Stephanie was talking about all the different types of marijuana available and all the different effects and flavors and things like that. And we were talking earlier about how there's one type that'll make you hungry. And we did get some tweets from people to say, you know, cancer patients who are in chemotherapy often they don't have an appetite. So the idea that there's a drug that might make you hungry and cause you to eat more might be one of the reasons, because you and I were both sort of a little puzzled as to why you'd want something to make you hungry, because we're always hungry. Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.